Welcome, everyone. Hello. Hello. I'll give you all a minute to join. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. Welcome to the Masterpiece Lounge. Hello. As always, please say hello down in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm excited to be here with you once again for another segment of the Masterpiece Lounge. So, welcome, everyone. Come on in. Be sure to like and share this segment with your circle of influence. As always, our hope is that it blesses everyone who gets a chance to watch it. So, welcome, everyone. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. Welcome. 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 All right. So I'm Chrisnatha DeRocher. I am a certified life coach, author, and speaker, and I'm the hostess of this segment of the Masterpiece Lounge with Chrisnatha. And so here we just talk about awesome topics that can help push you forward in your personal and professional life. And so today is no different. Today is no different. Welcome, everyone. Today is no different. We're going to be talking about the weight. And so today's segment is titled The Wait is Over. The wait is over. Now, what does that mean? What am I talking about? Well, we're going to be discussing that today. Welcome, everyone. As always, we have people from all over the world watching us. So that's always exciting and joining us today. So thank you guys for being here. And so the wait is over. What am I talking about? Well, in talking about the wait, I wanted to thank you so much. I wanted to just talk about how a lot of us are waiting for something, right? Or we could really just say all of us are waiting on something. But there's also things that we are waiting to take action on simply because maybe we're afraid, we're overthinking, we're not sure what the outcome is going to be. And so we are not taking action, right? And so I want to talk a little bit about that today. And let's talk about let's first let me ask you, and you don't have to put it in the chat, but it's just something for you to think about. My first question is, what are you waiting to do? What is that thing that you've been wanting to do, or those things that you've been wanting to do, but you've just been waiting, right? You've been taking your time. You've been um, not taking action, right? And I'm sure there's so many reasons why. I'm sure you have many reasons why you haven't taken action in the very things that you say you want to do. But I want to talk about that a little bit today. Are you waiting just because it is the season for you to be waiting, right? Or are you waiting because you're afraid of taking action? You're afraid of making a mistake. You're afraid of being successful, right? In that area. You're afraid of what people may think. You're afraid of not doing everything right. And if that's you, I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to encourage you today because I don't want you to allow fear or anything else or other people's opinions to keep you from doing what you need to do. So, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting to start the next phase of your life? Are you waiting for a breakthrough? Are you waiting for a change to take place? It starts with you. It starts with you. So I came today to tell you that it starts with you. And it's important that you do not allow any outside forces to keep you from doing the very things that you say you want to do. You've been waiting and waiting and waiting. You've been planning. You've been researching. You've been brainstorming. All of those things are important. But at some point, we have to pull the trigger, so to speak, right? And so I want to encourage you to do that today. All right. So, with that being said, what are you waiting for? And you can start to think about all the things that come up for you with that question. It's important that you can visualize something before it comes to pass, before it becomes a reality in your life. Because the truth is, we can only go as far as we can see, as far as we can imagine, as far as we can perceive. So, what do you see for your life? What can you really grasp with your own mind? What do you believe concerning you? So, sometimes the wait is just part of the journey, but sometimes that wait is stretched out a little bit further because of us. Either we're not taking action, or there's a part of us that needs to develop more, right? So that we can be prepared for where we're headed. And so it starts with you. It starts with us. It starts with you and I, right? Okay. So I want to ask you, what do you see? What exactly do you see? What do you visualize? What do you imagine? What do you perceive for yourself, for your life, for your future? Do you see yourself starting a new job? Do you see yourself breaking into a new industry? Do you see yourself starting or expanding your family? Do you see yourself starting your own business? Or maybe like me, you see yourself moving to a new city, right? That was huge for me a few years back when that happened. And I visualized it. I saw myself in a big city. And here I am 4 years later in a big city, but I had to see it. Were there doubts? Absolutely. Were there fears? Absolutely. Was I nervous? Absolutely. Did I have all the answers? I didn't. I did not have everything squared away. I'm not telling you to be like me, but I'm telling you that I could have waited for a better time. Why? Because there will always be a better time, because there's something else that I could do. But nothing was going to make this transition perfect. Absolutely nothing. So I had my faith, I had my conviction, and I came, and things started to pan out, right? And so that's my journey, that's my experience. And so, what is yours? What is yours? Let me just shout you guys out really quickly. We have New York in the building, England is in the building, ATL, North Carolina, hello, Baltimore in the building. And I believe we have um, I think we have the continent of Africa as well. And so I'm just not sure which country. So welcome everyone, and everybody from the US of A. So welcome everyone. And thank you so much for being here. But what is it that you're waiting for? What is causing you to um, be stuck, right? What is causing you to be stuck? So there is something called seed time and harvest time, right? Seed time and harvest time are two important concepts and two important principles that's laid out for us in the Bible. So if you read the Bible, if you are a believer, a follower of Jesus Christ and the Bible, then you know what I'm talking about. And you just may know what I'm talking about simply because it's a principle, period. So there's seed time, right? Then there's harvest time. Many of you, we've been planting those seeds for weeks, for months, for years. What if this is your harvest time? What if it's just your time? We root on everybody else, we cheer on everybody else, and all of that is great. But what if it is your time? What if it's time for you to say, it's time that I've helped everyone else excel. It's time for me to do it for me. I have learned a lot of people are really good at helping people do things that they have a hard time doing for themselves. I don't know why that is, but I've seen that a lot, right? And so we want to make sure that we are also a priority for ourselves in our own life. And so I want to encourage you to take a step today. It may be scary, and actually it should scare you, because that lets you know that you're on the right track. So it should scare you, it should make you nervous. Um, that gets you closer to the very thing that you've been waiting for, that you've been waiting to do. Okay, but you have to visualize it. So I want you, if you are not driving or at work, if you're able to, I want you to take a moment and close your eyes. And I want you to visualize the very thing that you've been dreaming about, praying about, hoping for, secretly planning to do. I want you to visualize it. Why is this important? Because you have to see it first. You have to see it first. It's important. You have to see it first. And so I'm encouraging you to see where you want to be and take the steps to get there. Take the steps to get there. And today it simply starts with you doing something that gets you closer to it and doing something that scares you. Excuse me, doing something that scares you. And so that is something that I don't love it, but I love the outcome, right? And so I have had to do it, and I know that we can't stay in one spot forever. So it's really important that we begin to think about those things, but also write the vision, make it plain, right? Write the vision and make it plain. As long as the earth endures, there's seed time and harvest time. All right. And so let me just encourage you, if you feel a nudging on the inside, if you're feeling a pull towards something, it's not by accident. If you have frustration in an area, that may indicate that you've outgrown that space. And so I want you to pay attention to how you're feeling, pay attention to what's happening for you, in you, right? Because it just might be time for change. And so you don't have to keep waiting for your turn. You simply got to go get it. Go get it. I believe in timing. I believe in being in alignment with God's plan for your life. But some of us are using God as an excuse. Some of us are using God as an excuse. I'm just saying. And if that's you, you know that's you, right? If that's you, then you know it's you, right? Saying, I just have to pray about it, but you're not really praying about it. That's just enough for people to not question further. Because who's going to question you if you say, I have to pray about it, I have to speak to God about it? Are you really speaking to God about it? So if you want to speak to the Lord about something, go ahead and do that, right? But don't use that as a cover up for you to do nothing. All you need is a willing heart. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to have all the answers, but you need to be willing, right? If that's something that you want. And so, one of the things that I absolutely love to do, as you guys know, I am also a certified life coach. And one of the things I love to do is to help my clients and assist them with setting their goals. And helping them take steps that are going to get them closer to the overall goal. So it's small goals that lead to the overall goal. I do have a strategic planning session that I offer. It's a 90-minute virtual session. And so you can attend from anywhere in the world. And basically, during those 90 minutes, we go over your goals, right? You get information on how to set those goals prior to the call. We set your goals. We create a game plan. We talk about how we're going to incorporate systems that are going to help you. Um, Also, we're going to talk about how to actually activate the vision that you have for your life. And I love to do it. I have had so many clients to be able to do that. I've been able to walk through and along that journey with so many of my clients. And I would love to also do that with and for you. And so let's get strategic about your success. If that is something that you truly feel that you want to go through and experience, but you just don't know the how. The beautiful thing is you don't have to do that by yourself. And there's someone like me who can help you do that. So there is a link in the description that can also is where you go to book your session and book your strategy session. And it's also in the chat as well. So if that's something you need assistance with, go ahead, book your session. Let's talk about it. And I look forward to seeing you. Now, remember, it's important that you remember, you don't have to stay where you are. You don't have to stay where you are. If you don't like where you are in your life, if you don't like your circumstance, it's important for us to say, what are we going to do for this to look different? Because we don't want to be here in 12 months from now and 1 year from now that we are still having the same feelings, that we are still feeling the same way and being in the same place. We always need to be evolving and growing. And that starts from the inside out, right? So it first starts up here. And then, of course, it takes place in our heart. And then, of course, it just manifests itself and shows up in the actions and the decisions that we make. And so I want to help you do that so that we can continue to progress personally and professionally. All right. So, guys, you don't have to stay where you are. All right. This is your time. The wait is over. The wait is over. All right. And it's up to you to take those steps so that you can be further along in a space that you are happy with, and just allowing God to take you from victory to victory, glory to glory. But just don't be so comfortable where you are. Get uncomfortable so that you can get to the place that you would like to be in. All right. So, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me in the Masterpiece Lounge. And I hope that you can meet me back here, same time, same place next week. Share this with a friend. And I hope to see you over there in the Masterpiece Institute and in our strategic planning session. All right, guys, I'm Chrisnatha DeRozier signing off until next time. And until then, be well. Take care.